Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Privately Outspoken. This is Sheryl Drinkall, and my life is a podcast. Today, as graduation season approaches, I just want to take a moment. I want to dedicate this to talking about the roller coaster of emotions, quite frankly, that many parents are feeling right now. This milestone for our children and for us is a big one. For many of us, including myself, I am included. I have my son graduating, my firstborn son graduating from high school next week. As this year rolls around, I know many of us are finding ourselves just sitting back reflecting on this whole journey that we've taken with these children. It feels just like yesterday that they were just little babies, little newborns in our arms, and we were overwhelmed with love, and we had this little hint of fear about what the future was going to hold, what the future was going to hold for them, and what the future was going to hold for us. Remember when these little babies were so fragile? They were so dependent on us for everything. Every sleepless night, all these endless diaper changes, and just the sheer awe of watching them do something so simple as sleep. All these memories are imprinted into our hearts, and they're there forever. Everything right now is feeling so nostalgic for us parents. We're recapping in our brains how these little babies grew into little boys and little girls. They took their little first step. They kept us on our toes when they were little toddlers with all their curiosity and climbing furniture and touching everything, and us keeping them out of danger, but yet still letting them explore their own world. I know many of us even remember the first day of kindergarten. Do you remember the first day of kindergarten? Their little face of excitement, and then they had that little tiny bit of apprehension of leaving their mom or leaving their parent. We would pack their little lunches and tie their shoes and put little love notes in their lunch kits, and we sent them off. We stood at the door and we sent them off to be with somebody else. Then we sat in our cars and we cried, and we took pictures of us crying, and we wrote on Facebook of us crying because we didn't know what to do with our emotions, because everything felt so bittersweet. Everything felt bittersweet. It still does. Time has flown by so quick. It has flown by way faster than we could ever imagine. These children that we used to read bedtime stories to, these children who we taught how to ride their bikes, we taught them how to regulate their emotions. Remember, we comforted them for every little scrape on their knee, and we hugged them and we band-aids on them, and we assured them that we were going to be there for everything, for anything they ever needed, and we still are. We watched as all their little questions they had for us became more profound. All their interests became way more defined. We watched them transition into these little teenagers, which was thrilling and also challenging. We have countless school projects. We have sporting events like crazy. We have all these heart-to-heart talks that are pivotal in their growth. I remember sitting on my son's bed and having conversations. I remember him sitting on my bed having conversations, and we still do that. So many heart-to-heart talks. I get the privilege of seeing him turn from a young teenager into a young adult. During those teenage years, we sit back and try to guide them, and watching them make their own mistakes, trying to give them decisions that they can make for themselves. We're watching them decide for themselves what their lives are going to be, right? We're watching them navigate all their friendships. We're watching them discover any passions. We're watching any talents that they have come out. We're watching them slowly peel the layers and begin to, honest to gosh, understand the world around them in such a different way than it was when they were younger. Every single time that they do that, every single achievement that they hit for themselves, every lesson they learn, everything feels like this shared victory between us, because we are them and they are us. Yet here they are, just themselves. They've done all this hard work, they've pushed through, they're feeling all this accomplishment, and they are now these young adults. Some of them have moved over to being the age of an adult, and some are just about to become the age of an adult. Regardless, they're on this cusp of the new chapter of their lives. We're seeing these young adults. We're seeing them be confident. We're seeing them ready to create their own paths. As parents, seeing this transition from baby to toddler to child to teenager and now the young adult, it truly seems like it has happened in the blink of an eye. For many single parents like myself, this particular time and this milestone has this unique emotional weight because there is this immense pride in seeing this incredible human being, this incredible person, and who they have become, how we've been a part of that. We've made it through together. We've made it through. It's purely just overwhelming at times to think about. The challenges of single parenthood alone have all this multitude of responsibility attached to it. It's all been worth it, continues to be worth it, especially in these moments. But then there's also anxiety. What's next? Have we done everything we possibly could? Is it too late? What else do we have to teach them? Have we prepared them for what is ahead in the world? So many questions linger, yet we have to have trust in all these values and all these lessons that we have taught them. We need to be confident in them and their ability to now navigate their futures. We've given them the wisdom, they have it. They have wisdom that we didn't have from our parents. They have wisdom that their own generation would have picked up that have nothing to do with us. So we just have to have pure trust in them and pure trust. They're going to know what to do with it. They're going to do great. So then we feel all this bittersweet sadness, right? There's also a sense of loss. We are losing our little ones. These young adults used to be little children who needed us for everything, and now they're stepping into their own independence. So now, as we're watching this happen, we're realizing that our roles are changing even further, but the bonds that we've built will remain unbreakable. I know I feel that. Because we have invested in the relationships, we have created bonds, we have contributed and got to know our children, supported them in ways that mattered deeply, not just other ways that are superficial. They will feel that, and you have to have trust in that. They're now maturing and they have matured and they're taking their experiences and they're taking the relationship, noticing how they've been invested in, what kind of love they've been shown. They're compartmentalizing that and internalizing that. They're watching, they are figuring things out. If you have built a relationship that is well-rounded, done your absolute best and shown unconditional love and support, been there emotionally for them in ways that other things could never produce, then you're going to have a bond with them that is unbreakable. If you have done your very, very best to do that and build these relationships that are important, are invested in, then give yourself a pat on the back because you are going to be rewarded with such love and respect throughout the rest of your life with this individual. It's going to be so worth every second that you invested. So I want to sign off and just say to the mums and the dads and the single parents and any caregiver out there, you're not alone. It's so natural to get nostalgic right now. It's so natural to reflect on all the what ifs, could have beens, all the questions. Did we spend enough time? Did I say I love you enough? Have we been present in those right moments? I think we can all just find some comfort in how far we have come, comfort in the incredible people that our children have become and will become. As I think of what I'm about to say, I get emotional, but I do want to say we can just think of graduation as not just an ending, but as a beginning, because it is a celebration of our hard work. It is a celebration of our resilience. It is the promise of a bright future. As we do attend all the graduation ceremonies and events, as we do watch our children put on their caps and gowns, we can be filled with hope, this overwhelming sense of accomplishment because we have made it here together. We really, truly couldn't be prouder. So here's to the graduates and here's to the parents who have stood by them every step of the way. And a very quick personal message to my son, Maverik, who is graduating this year, 2024. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you and watching you go from being this little baby to a man and maturing into who you are right now has been an absolute privilege. I'm so beyond proud of you, son, and I can't wait to see what you do with the rest of your life. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey today. I hope these reflections resonate with you, and I hope they bring some comfort to those walking a similar path. I know I broke down a lot recording this, but that's okay. Until next time, take care and cherish these moments. Now is a great time to click the subscribe or the follow button. Click the share button. Share this episode with anybody who's going through a similar emotional journey these next few weeks. I appreciate all the support. And I value you and your time that you have dedicated to spending with me. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.